The game Hollow Knight was released back in 2017. Is anyone else besides me bothered what 2017 was 7 years ago? No? Sorry, I digress. Anyway, I love this game so much what I decided we should have at least one video about it on our channel. Plus, with Silksong set to release soon, it wouldn't hurt to refresh our memories about the story of Hallownest. The game begins with some lofty words what basically boil down to: the Pale King was a really great guy. Alright, the Pale King is a worm who wandered the world, ended up in these lands and gifted its inhabitants with intelligence. He also had a penchant for genociding his children and circular souls. Our main character, the Hollow Knight, is one of the few children who survived. At the start of the game, he returns to the kingdom because he has to fulfill his destiny, to seal the Radiance within himself. He's called the Hollow Knight for a reason, and save the kingdom from the infection what's destroying the minds of its residents. Yeah, what's what happens when you neglect a deity what ruled these lands for centuries and when was essentially overthrown by the new guy, the Pale King. But let's not get too bleak. After all, the Pale King wasn't exactly an antagonist either. He acted for the good of his kingdom's inhabitants. At least, he thought so. When the infection first started spreading, the Pale King and his most loyal subjects devised a plan to get rid of it. They needed to create a vessel devoid of emotions and feelings to still the source of the infection, the Radiance. After many failed attempts, which we can see in the Abyss, the Pale King finally succeeds. But somewhere along the line he made a miscalculation. Eventually the vessel cracks and the infection engulfs the kingdom, while the king and his castle make a hasty retreat. Not that it did him much good in the end. So we've arrived at the main goal of the game. The protagonist needs to break 4 seals on the vessel scattered across the map, because otherwise it would be too easy. The seals are essentially the eternal slumbering subject of the Pale King, who helped devise the plan and sacrificed themselves for it. They were called the Dreamers. One of the Dreamers, by the way, agreed to the plan only if the king would have a child with her. This child nearly kills us a couple of times and will be the main character of the sequel. Her name is Hornet. After the protagonist breaks the seals, he heads to the Egg Temple where our brother who failed his mission rests. He's understandably upset about it. Our hero defeats him and then we get several possible endings. In the first, we simply take our brother's place and seal the Radiance within ourselves. In the second, the same things happen, but Hornet is with us. In the third, and what I consider the most canonical ending, we defeat our brother, enter his mind, challenge the Radiance, and ultimately rid the kingdom of the infection at the cost of our own life. Of course, I haven't covered everything, not even all the endings, but a brief summary it means to skip the less significant details. If you enjoyed this format, let me know in the comments which game you'd like to see a similar video for next. That's all for today, see you next time.